In this video, I want to talk briefly about APIs and what they are and why they are important. First, an API is an application. Basically, it's a program that a company has created for a web-based applications. This infographic that I'm going to show you is going to kind of show us how they work and how we can use them. So it's technically an application programming interface. That's where we get the API from. And it provides information for the developer side of things. So how it works is the application of the client sends an API request, which basically just wants to talk to the application or wants to talk to the server, which is sitting, the information is sitting on a server, and then the API sends the response back to the client or the application that accessed the information. This is saying what the most popular API protocols are, and a protocol is basically a set of rules as to how to create the API. So only 8% is made from JavaScript. Do you really need to know how they're made? Not necessarily for our purposes. So a little bit of history. They were created back in 2000, and Salesforce.com was the first to create it. And then Amazon quickly jumped on board, along with Flickr, Facebook and Twitter, Google, Foursquare, and Instagram. So what exactly is an API? It is a software program that is working in the background for a web-based company. So for instance, we have that Google is using, Google Maps is using a specific API. So if I wanted to use Google Maps in my website that I'm creating, if it's going to be a very simple map, I can just download the code or just kind of utilize some simple code in my website. But let's say that I wanted to create a mobile app, even if it's going to be a web-based mobile app, but I wanted to create a mobile application that's going to use Google Maps. Well, then I would have to get Google's developer's key, an API key. I would have to download Google's API, insert my API key, so that I could unlock all the information and code and be able to use all of the features that Google Maps has to offer. So basically, I want my application that I create to go to Google Maps system, talk to the Google Maps system, and come back to my application and display information from Google Maps. And in order to do that, I have to know how Google's API works, because it's their specific API for the Google Maps. So this is just a little graphic that shows you how many calls per day the API is getting. And this I'll show you in a minute, but this infographic was created in 2013, so it was kind of, actually it was a while ago, but you see that eBay and Netflix are per month. Facebook, Google, and Twitter are all per day. And you can see how since 2005, API requests and hosting has gone way up, because we can see that there's a definite use for it. So this infographic was created by Smart File developers back in June of 2013. So why are APIs important? Well, they're important because as a designer / developer, there might be times like when you need to use Google Maps or use Facebook to their API to access information or to apply it into the website or into an app. And you're going to see in a little bit how you might need to use something like the Square application, which we use to purchase products. If you wanted to use Square as a system to buy and sell products, you would have to download Square's API. So API, knowing what they are and why they're important is something that's kind of essential to web development.